Hey, hey,
Welcome,
hey.
welcome everybody to the live broadcast. Don't wait to be great. And it's Monday. We're super excited. We're
We are.
glad you're here because you guys got a lot of choices of where you could be, but y'all chose to be here and we super appreciate that. So just like every Monday at 7 p.m. Eastern, we come live to you all. If you love God, love people, and love real estate, you're in the right place. If you want to change your life and help your community through real estate, you're in the right place.
Right.
Beautiful. Who are you and what do you do?
Hey, listen, I am Shanya Shay Forston, the president and founder of the Angela Denise Foundation, co-founder here at Forston Consultants with you. TikTok.
Make sure you come over to the YouTube channel, and that's at Forston Consultants. That's our last name, Forston, Forston Consultants. Shay is going to give an intro to what is an independent living facility, how did we get in it, and how did that lead to her being a nonprofit? And yesterday was her annual spa day for her women's facility. So Shay, take it from
Absolutely.
there.
So first and foremost, an independent living facility is a housing program that you operate. You don't have to own the property. You can lease the property, and you take people from homeless to hopeful, right? They have to be independent, meaning that they can fend for themselves when it comes to their meals, when it comes to transportation to and from doctor's appointments. They're cognitively well in regards to being able to kind of, think, live, behave appropriately on their own and get along well with others. But again, you can do this as an LLC. You can do this as an LLC or a nonprofit, which I do the housing model as a nonprofit. You don't need a license. You don't need any oversight from the government or any organizations to approve you. You don't need a sprinkler system. You don't need none of that. You just need a big heart for God's people, and you need to have a heart to serve in general. And again, that is the independent living facility model. You can do private rooms, which is one person per room, or you can do shared rooms with two people per room, 2 heartbeats per room. So that is the model that we've coined here, that we've trademarked as Forston Consultants, Derrick and myself. If you go to the USPTO, you'll see that we are the educators of the independent living facility model. We've coined it, branded it, and trademarked the educational platform and the housing model all together.
And my program is called Second Chance Housing,
correct.
Just in case if you was wondering.
And mine is the Angela Denise Foundation. But today I'm rocking Faith because I wore my Angela Denise. Boy, I've been rocking it. So I got to get me some more. But anyway, the Angela Denise Foundation is the ILF that is associated with my nonprofit organization, right? Derrick does this as an LLC. I do this as a 501c3 nonprofit. I am a registered 501c3. And this year we had the amazing opportunity to partner with Walmart. Walmart grants, community funding and grants program, Spark for Good. They actually were the ones that sponsored the 2025 Women's Spa Day.
Big shout out to Walmart.
We'll super huge shout out to Walmart, and thank you for allowing us to really pamper some women that have never had this experience before. And the powerful thing about it is I'm still receiving texts today. I had a few text messages. I got some phone calls from the residents because they were so overwhelmed by what took place. Now, this is an independent living facility that I house women in, but every year I try to do something super special for the ladies that I house. And that's usually a spa day. So it's either, manis and pedis or massages. This year we had a beautician on site. So she did haircuts and styles. We had a massage therapist there.
Pictures also coming too.
Pictures will be available.
So y'all can see and feel like you all were a part of that.
Yeah. So they did chair massages. What I love about this group of women is I have some women that are okay with photos and stuff like that. So you'll see a collaboration of some of those women, but the others they were able to take part, but we did their services privately. So like prime example, I have a room that's ready for rent because I did have a move out, and what we did is we converted that area into the room where the ladies that wanted their encounter to be more private, where they were ushered into that space and were provided their massage and their hair and stuff like that. And then at the end, they just, it was just them and the therapist or them and the beautician, so that they didn't have to deal with the rest of, the population.
And Shay, what made you think to do this, just so that the people can understand? Why would you do a spa day for these women?
Wow.
That you're housing?
I did it because initially when we first started this housing model, we ran into a lot of women that we housed that had very harsh, heavy backgrounds, had life situations and circumstances. So what we did was we I wanted to do something special. And this is while I was still in corporate America and you were running solo in the housing space. And what I did is I said to Derrick, I said, listen, I would love to do something fun for the ladies that we house and that you're housing. And I said, I've got friends that are nail technicians and I've got, friends that do makeup. Let's pamper these women, because I've had conversations with them on the days that I would get to go spend with them. And I realized that they were missing a lot of the pampering, the nurturing, the love that comes with just being a woman, wanting to be loved on, made to be felt appreciative and just being appreciated and stuff like that. So that's what started the spa days. Once I received my 501c3, I was able to now say, hey, let's partner with other organizations and allow them to sponsor these spa days, hence our connection and collaboration this year with Walmart. So super excited about that. It was honestly just a true blessing to be able to do it. And ever since that first one, it's always been an annual thing that we've done. And that is the annual Angela Denise Foundation Women's Spa Day. So it's our way of giving back and showing love to those that we house.
So when you guys are building your own independent living facility, this is not a one-man show. This is not a one-man band, right? It takes partnerships.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times these partnerships have the money and the funds that you don't, and the means that you don't, to make all of these other people's dreams come true.
Yep.
So that's a big part about running a nonprofit organization. Mm-hmm. I'm not that, but I watch her. And I watch her build relationships, and I watch people pour into her vision.
Yeah.
So how cool is that? That you have the vision, you thought of it, but other people pour into it.
It's powerful. So like Derrick said, we've got some amazing partners, and they're large partners, right? Like you hear me talk about Walmart, you hear me talk about First Horizons Bank, you hear me talk about City Serve, and you hear me talk about Paula White Ministries and Story Life Church. Like these are the connections in the community that you want to sustain, and you want to, help just partner again in so many ways. Like for, our other partners, we also provide housing, right? So we're a partner not only in the receiving end, but we also provide them with a safe space to house people when they do get that phone call. If we have availability, we're their go-to provider for housing. So again, the Women's Spa Day, Derrick, was phenomenal. If y'all could have been a fly on the wall, I think you would all had a blast. I'm going to be honest. Ariel, our beautician, Angelique, our massage therapist, they did not know what to expect. And when I say they had such a blast with these ladies, and these ladies so much so appreciated them. And what I love about having the partnerships or the sponsors for these events, these individuals, they give to us in a way, but we're able to financially bless them through the partnership aspect. So it's a beautiful thing, man. It is such a beautiful thing for partnerships. So make sure that you are partnering, whether you're a for-profit or nonprofit, make sure you can find partners, especially when it comes to housing. I think there's no limitation, even though some of y'all are LLCs. There are still going to be organizations that will want to partner with you, right? They know they're not going to get a tax deduction, but they see your good work. They see what you're doing in the community, and they still want to partner. So just be mindful of that. Just because you don't have a 501c3, you don't have a tax exemption, doesn't mean that you're not someone that another organization would like to partner with. 9 times out of 10, you can still find some suitable partners in your space as a for-profit. Okay, so that's my spiel, but be on the lookout for some pictures from that event. I am excited. Yeah, Miguel said, especially now because housing is priority. Absolutely. And that is 100% correct. With housing being such a hot topic in our social climate, there are a lot of partnerships. There are a lot of people that are looking for good housing providers. So not the slumlords, not people that are doing this the wrong way, but they're looking for people that can effectively house and be an asset to them or a resource to them as well.
If you want to join us on YouTube at Forston Consultants, that's Forston.
Oh, I love it.
Everybody that's on Instagram, come on YouTube at Forston Consultants, Forston. Forston. Again, a big shout out to a lot of you all, man, that are just joining our coaching here lately, and a lot of you all are getting started so fast. I'm super proud of you all that are moving at the speed of instruction. We believe by a saying that says that. Move at the speed of instruction. And one day, one guy came in and heard that. He says, Derrick, can I change it a little bit? I said, what is my saying? I don't want you to change it, but what you got? He said, move at the speed of revelation. I like that, because guess what revelation means? Understanding.
That's good.
So when you get the understanding of what this is, let's go. Like, what are we waiting on?
Yeah.
God has already put the vision in your head and in your heart. He made you bump into me with my big mouth because I got the game. You think that was by coincidence? And my wife does it from a nonprofit standpoint. What else do you need? You ever heard people say that you wouldn't know a blessing if it slapped you in the face? Some of y'all just got slapped in the face this past week with God answering your prayer, bumping into me and my wife. Bam. What else do you need? Now, other than that, we will always pray for y'all finances and the proper health. Because my prayer every night before I leave this room, that God give y'all the mind of Christ so that you can think clearly and make sound decisions, give you an able body. Guys, I did a lot of pressure washing today. My back hurt. But guys, I got an able body to do what God has called me to do. That's one of my businesses, pressure washing, that I started for the tenants that I serve. So over Shay's left shoulder is a vision board that y'all can't see that says on that board, God, I want to house people. But God, I want to give them a job too. So again, if you love God, love people, and love real estate, man, you guys are in the absolute right place.
So let's go. So we've got some questions. Miguel Diaz says, question. With HIPAA laws, how do you make sure your residents are mentally sound, not 5150 when given assessments/interviews? So
I'm going to ask a bunch of questions because I'm going to sign a paper called the Release of Information. In this business, we call it a ROI. Write this down if you're taking notes. I give this game away, y'all, if you ain't noticed, right? People will charge you for what I'm getting ready to tell you. The reason we're able to get their information, big bro, is that the nurse or the social worker or the case manager, they'll say, Derrick, if you want any information about this guy, can you sign our ROI?
Correct.
Now, when I first started, I just said, yeah, Miguel, I didn't even know what an ROI was. But when they slid it to me, I said, oh, yeah, this is information.
You thought it was a return on investment?
Okay. How many of y'all would be honest like me and say, big bro, thank you, Derrick, because I didn't know what that meant either, Derrick, but thank you for saying it. So I don't get lost in conversation, because she reminds us all the time that language is a
locator.
Language is a
locator.
Language is a
locator.
So every time that we're speaking to people, we want to make sure we're saying the right words at the right time to the right people. ROI stands for release of information. And once I sign it, that social worker now can divulge everything about his life to me so that I can make a sound decision whether I take him or not.
Correct.
On you, Shay, for any comments.
No, you sealed that. And again, this is something that we talk about so much and we coach on so much, is making sure you do an appropriate assessment. And that information that's on that you're going to receive, you pretty much get their whole psychosocial. And what people don't realize is that is pretty much their whole plan of that visit while they've been in that facility. They can divulge as much or as little as the client allows. But for the most part, they will allow, because they're looking for housing, and that's a part of their discharge plan, that they will release all of the information necessary to help you make an informed decision about that resident that you're bringing into your ILF. So just be mindful of that you will need to have those documents available to sign. And they're not going to just let a person sign that, right? It's not just going to be an individual. You're going to have an entity establishment to you as well when it comes to getting that information, because you are now a part of their discharge plan, right? You are now a part of that person's discharge plan and an active member in the chain of custody or the chain of care for that individual that you are looking at housing. Okay. So another thing, just be mindful again, when you get that release of information and that information comes into you, store it well, or make sure that, well, most organizations will send it to you in a secured file document, digital document that expires after a specific time frame. So make sure you gather all of the information that you need to make the appropriate decision and then go from there. If you don't, you know, you ain't gonna have that information for long. So just be mindful that now with technology, a lot of the organizations are using time sensitive software. So you'll have access to that information for as long as they deem it necessary for you to have that information, and then you will lose access.
Hey, what's going on, family? Have you ever imagined starting your own housing program? That's probably why you're here. And if you're looking for one-on-one coaching, like you're kind of getting right now, but in a more of a one-on-one setting, just you and I, that's our ILF Mastery Blueprint. There's a number that they're scrolling below on this screen right now. If you text the word scholarship to that phone number, my team is going to get you some information. So first of all, I'm going to say congratulations and thank you for moving at the speed of instruction. We look forward to working with you. And again, this is only for people that desire our one-on-one coaching, which is designed to watch you succeed from going from a zero to a hero when it comes to information and knowing how to implement this independent living facility model without any mistakes. That's most important. So again, our ILF Mastery Blueprint, guys, there's a scholarship that's available for it that'll slice the price in half, which is also a no-brainer. So again, if you've ever desired to start your own housing program, but you thought you needed a license, you don't. You thought you had to be a nurse, you don't. You thought you had to own the property, you don't. Consider our ILF Mastery Blueprint, where we are going to take you to success and let God use you in your community, housing the homeless and the displaced. And again, let us know on YouTube if you're new to us. Also list your city and state. I want to give a free gift for anybody that's new, or if you've never gotten it. So listen to this instruction really quickly. Right. I'm also going to put it below. But if you text the word new, just NEW to this phone number, don't put it in the chat. Don't text it below. Only text these three letters, NEW, to 407-326-0086. That'll give you a 15-minute course of a bunch of videos, 15 to be exact, of what you need to watch so that you don't go to jail, that you don't end up in the courtroom,
right,
and that you don't end up on the Channel 8 news like I did in the wrong way.
That part.
Those 15 videos will save your life. Most people that got that paid a couple $100 for it. I want y'all to get it for free. And Jen, when the first 35 people get it, cut it off. So I want to use the first 35 people for folks that will move at the speed of instruction. Text the word new, NEW, to 407-326-0086.
So first question, what you got? Did you have this one? What's the most effective way to connect with reentry centers that support returning citizens?
Join their emailing list. So lucky for me, people usually find me running my big mouth on social media, and that's why we're so big on Lyft, LIFT, LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. So one more time, what gets 95% of all of our clients that we house, guys, it comes from social media. So some lady saw me running my big mouth on social media and invited me to come and tour the jail.
Right.
I put a whole video on it. It's on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube.
Yeah.
When we drove to the jail, I said, guys, I'm not going to jail today. They asked us to speak.
Yeah.
We brought coffee and donuts like we always do.
Sure did.
Right. And now we are invited quarterly to not only attend, but to speak at it. So in your city, write this down because here's some great coaching. Type in reentry network with your zip code or your county into Google or Chat GPT. Hopefully it gives you where you guys do that in your city. There's usually going to be an email and the phone number for somebody. Join it. You also need to join the there's something
communities
in your area where
they have programs, like they have committees. Excuse me, they actually have committees. So there's reentry committees that meet. There's it's going to be like a conglomerate or a put together of different organizations, different nonprofits, all sorts, and they meet together to help combat recidivism. So you need to look for those organizations in your area. Every area has a different name for them. So you want to kind of just do your research, go to Chat GPT, tell it who you are, what you're looking at doing, and tell Chat GPT, hey, give me a list of the reentry organizations in my area. Utilize Chat GPT. It'll be easier than trying to navigate that information through Google or trying to find it through Google. So make sure that you are, again, utilizing your resources.
Your homeless shelter is where a lot of your meetings stem from. Your homeless network, HN,
HSN.
HSN.
Homeless Service Networks.
Homeless Service Network. Most of y'all should have this in your county. I'm giving y'all the game if you haven't noticed,
Literally.
guys. So a lot of the, again, programs and meetings will go through your homeless shelter, right? I would get on that email list somehow, because they're going to be inviting you guys to a bunch of meetings to show up and talk about who you are and what you do, right? So, guys, I've been doing this for a long time. Like, I literally left my job in 2019 to do this full time. God gave the vision around 2017. But for 9 years, I had a job as a social worker doing this. So for all of you new people that don't know me, just think I just come here talking about it, guys, I was the guy. I was the social worker that all of y'all need to be finding in your city.
Yep.
All y'all need to find the Derrick that's in your city, because that's the job I used to have for 9 years, referring people to what you guys are offering. And unlucky for me, I had one lady in my whole city, and she had rats and roaches.
Yep.
So that's where all of my people went. And when one day she showed me her phone, she said, Derrick, I'll never teach you how to do this.
Ooh.
But look at what I made doing it. She went boop, 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 boop. And she's put up that Chase Bank app. I'll never forget this, y'all. And she said, Derrick, look at what I made doing this. And y'all, it was $41,000 a month. And the same lady was housing people in rats and roaches. And because I knew you weren't going to believe me, I took pictures of it. So I'm going to show some of my new people. Hey, what's going on, family? I hope you guys are enjoying the content, but I just want to let you know there's still time to apply for the scholarship for the ILF Mastery Blueprint, and that's our one-on-one coaching. So there's a lot that comes with it. So I'm just going to guide you guys to the website so that you can kind of check it out for yourself after we're done here. So you're going to visit forstonconsultants.com. Then you're going to click the tab that says products and services. The first thing that's going to pop up is the ILF Mastery Blueprint. Click that tab that says learn more, and it's literally going to give you step-by-step instruction of what you can do. And it's real easy of how you can apply and win the scholarship to apply to the price so that you can get our one-on-one coaching here at Forston Consultants. Let's get back to the content. If you've ever imagined of starting your own housing program, there is no reason that after we're done here tonight that you shouldn't go to forstonconsultants.com/webinars and watch the webinar, guys, because a lot of you have wanted to start a group home or traditional assisted living facility, but that stuff takes license. It takes a lot of time to open. There's a lot of red tape to jump through. You have to ask for permission. We teach you guys how to open an ILF, an independent living facility, where you can house the homeless, displaced adults, or anybody that has a guaranteed income, and it doesn't require a license, and you don't have to own the property. Make sure you watch that free webinar at forstonconsultants.com/webinars, and then set up a free strategy call so